Hello and welcome to ASEAN Connected. As Vietnam's GDP in the first half of 2023 increased slowly by 3.72%, this video aims to conduct an analysis of Vietnam's trade activity in this period and provide projections for the nation in the current year and the following years. This is a continuation of our earlier video titled Vietnamese Economy in the first half of 2023, so please check out that video for a more comprehensive understanding of this topic. In 6 months of 2023, the total export and import turnover of goods reached $316.65 billion USD, down 15.2% over the same period of last year, of which exports decreased by 12.1%, imports decreased by 18.2%. Overcoming difficulties, Vietnam has a trade surplus of 12.25 billion USD in this period. Why do export and import values of Vietnam decrease in this period? Export remained challenging as an economic recession, leading to a slash in consumption demand in many nations worldwide, including the EU and US, major trade partners of Vietnam. Many countries use technical barriers to protect domestic production, making it difficult for Vietnam to expand exports this year. Moreover, US retailers slashed orders at Vietnamese factories in response to their bloated inventories, as companies had over-ordered products from factories in Asia, explaining why Vietnam's export to America fell by more than 20% year-on-year in the first half of 2023. Also, as Vietnam's economy depends heavily on imported raw materials and weaker domestic demand in this period, in response to the weak order books, FDI firms slashed their imports of production materials, which decreased the import values. Despite export and import values decreasing, Vietnam is still a thriving hub for investments. Accordingly, Vietnam experienced a trade surplus with developed markets such as the US, EU, and Japan, whereas a trade deficit was observed in trading with emerging countries and regions including China and ASEAN. While a large proportion of trade surplus with the EU was from mobile phones and components, and machinery and equipment, that with America was mainly contributed by agricultural products. China remained the top importer of Vietnam, especially after China's reopening, followed by South Korea. Most of Vietnam's imports were computers, electrical products, and parts and machinery and equipment, which was caused by Chinese and South Korea companies setting up production facilities and making investment in Vietnam. Specifically, in terms of good export, the export turnover in June 2023 was $29.3 billion USD, up 4.5% compared to the previous month. Whether Vietnam can expand its export would depend on the country's ability in diversifying export markets and taking advantage of opportunities from FTAs, and setting risks from trade and technological competition among big countries. Vietnam has signed and implemented 15 FTAs earlier this year, becoming an important link in global supply chains. Hence, Vietnam is expected to remain a stable growth despite global headwinds. Correspondingly, Vietnam's economic outlook is expected to grow 4.7% in 2023, lower than the previous forecast 5.5% in 2024 and 6.0% in 2025. While softening, domestic demand is expected to be the main driver of growth in 2023. We're confident that Vietnam's trade activities will accelerate in 2023 as the following reasons. First, Vietnam's import growth finally caught up to export growth after having lagged significantly in the first half of 2023. Second, the ongoing decline in export orders for Vietnam's factories finally eased in July, which helped push Vietnam's PMI up from 46.2% in June to 48.7% in July. Third, firms' inventories of raw materials increased in July for the first time since late 2022. Moreover, the CPI is expected to rise to 3.5% in 2023, thanks to increasing air ticket prices and travel demand, especially during holidays, and increasing spending for Tết. Price management until 2023 year-end should pay more attention to essential commodity prices, as petrol prices are forecast to continue to fall or remain stable, while food and goods supply has been abundant, helping ease the pressure on Vietnam's CPI. The outstanding export turnover of June shows that trade promotion solutions have brought certain effects. In the coming time, to further improve the efficiency of trade activities, Vietnam needs to focus on promoting innovation and strengthening trade promotion activities towards new potential markets. Accordingly, Vietnam can be seen as a thriving hub for investment. Thank you for watching the video, and if you enjoy it, please consider giving a thumbs up or leaving a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content. Ciao, xin chào và hẹn gặp lại.